off late on Sunday. The wind will really pick up, gets between 30 and 40 miles per hour for Monday itself. We've got some lingering snow on our western slopes, especially for Monday in the morning. That will stack up to more than an inch for some of those accumulations, although it won't reach as far south or as far east as our last system did. We're looking at that rain really across each one of our zones, and the snow mostly concentrated towards the north and west, the flooding concentrated east, so all of us have a little bit of something to deal with over the next few days. There's a cold front that's coming through the central part of the country, Illinois getting some significant rainfall right now. That system is going to join up with this one further towards the south of us, bringing plenty of rain through Florida to turn into one system that brings us consistent rain through Sunday. Now, a lot of that rain that has been falling towards the south hasn't exactly been too heavy, and there's not a whole lot of it as you get further down towards the south either. Most of us are going to be looking at light to moderate rainfall through a good portion of Sunday itself, but some spots of yellow and orange, like what we're seeing just towards the southwest of Gainesville, are possible, and we might even get a little bit heavier rain in parts of the evening in Southside. Travel is probably going to be pretty tough for most people on Sunday in particular, and then not great on Monday either. If you can avoid traveling until Tuesday or get out in the later parts of today, might honestly be a little bit better. With the high winds, we could see some power outages. There is a flooding chance that's higher than the last system we had. I know I've been talking about how little rainfall that we've had over the past 4 months, but we did just have a pretty solid rain system come through, brought more than an inch of rain in Roanoke, and this extra rain on top of that does bring that flooding risk a little bit higher. And then we'll have that snow largely concentrated towards the north. Let's go ahead and start with Future Tracker. Through the night, we do stay pretty dry until about 2 a.m. Then we start to see showers sprinkling in. By 7, we've got some more consistent rainfall. And then it stays rather consistent through Sunday morning going into the afternoon. Again, by 4 p.m., a little bit of heavier accumulation in parts of Southside, but I think the worst of it stays a little bit further off towards our east. As we get towards 8 p.m., it really does start to ease off. By 1, we don't have too much in terms of showers left over, but there is some snowfall, again, mostly on our western slopes. Little flakes to the east of that. I think it's going to be too warm for a lot of places to see that snow outside of those slopes, so we don't get too much accumulation there. As far as rain goes, most of us are looking at 1 to 2 inches. In parts of the Highlands and NRV, it stays a little bit lower, but still up towards ½ an inch for a lot of those totals. We can get up towards 3 in parts of Southside. That's why I think that's where we have the greatest flooding risk. Today, that flood risk is concentrated pretty far towards the south, but it includes a lot of Southside, Lynchburg, and even parts of the Roanoke zone in that level 2 risk for Sunday. Now, it extends from parts of Georgia all the way up into parts of Massachusetts. So this is a pretty widespread risk, and again, I think the heaviest rain is going to stay off towards our east. By Monday, that risk moves up towards the north, and it's not a problem. On Tuesday, there's no risk throughout most of the country. Winds are going to pick up after that rain finishes. It's largely going to be from the northwest, bringing in some cooler air. That's pairing up with the moisture left over to cause some of that snowfall in the mountains. Gusts on Monday will be up towards 30, 40 miles per hour, so definitely want to make sure that you're pretty well bundled up, because that's going to pair with some cool temperatures to make it feel even colder than what the actual temperature is. Snow, again, is going to be highest on our northern western slopes, and that's the same story in the NRV and in the Highlands. Pretty similar to what we saw last time, but I think we had more snow further towards the south and further towards the east, and it just doesn't look like it's shaping up as well for that, but could get 2, maybe even up towards 3 inches up towards Snowshoe and Quinwood. As far as winter alerts, there aren't a whole lot on the eastern side of the country. We just have a winter storm watch on those northern counties, same spot that we saw with that last one. So keep those same preparations. Other than that, if you're further towards the south, mostly just going to be coming down as rain. I also wanted to show you the severe outlook. So like the storms, the thunder and lightning, severe thunderstorm warning chances. Today, that's concentrated pretty well through most of the southern edge of Florida. For tomorrow, it doesn't really impact us. Even the level 1 risk stays outside of Southside, and the level 2 risk is concentrated along the coasts in South Carolina and North Carolina. Flooding is definitely more of what we're looking at, and again, even that is going to be kind of here and there, but we're not really dealing with a lot of storm chances. By Monday, we dry out and we stay pretty calm there too. Tonight, clouds are going to build up, not too much shower activity, but with that extra cloud cover, we stay pretty close to the 40 mark for a lot of our temperatures, or at least into the mid-30s. Pulaski at 38, Martinsville at 35, Bedford is at 40. Sunday's rainy. Temperatures are able to warm up okay. We get to the mid to upper 40s and some 50s. It's actually pretty close to average, but on Monday, we're going to start to bring some cooler air in. We'll notice it most in the Highlands and NRV, so where a lot of highs will be in the 40s, and we'll see more and more highs in the 30s as we get towards Tuesday. Then temperatures are able to bump up on Wednesday. We stay pretty calm through a lot of the week, including through the start of winter itself, and even as we get towards this weekend, just a few shower chances on Saturday. Now I'll check in, see if you guys have any questions, and if not, hope you have a safe and calm weekend. All right, doesn't look like we have anything for right now. So like I was saying, stay nice and safe throughout Sunday, hang out inside, get some gift wrapping done. And then if you need to do some real last minute shopping, wait until Tuesday and we'll have some calmer weather. Bye for now.